The clinic started with an idea that I had in my third year of law school when I was working out in the western suburbs.
The senior legal assistance clinics began as a suburban legal assistance clinic project.
The Chicago Bar Foundation provided 2 years of funding to not only keep the suburban clinics going, but to establish clinics within the Chicago city limits. At the clinics, we usually see anywhere from 2 to 5 seniors. The person must be a resident of Cook County. They must be low income. And finally, they must have a legal issue that falls within our general practice areas.
I found out about the Center for Disability and Elderly Law by contacting the Department of Aging.
Some of the common clients who come into the clinics are looking for help with their estate plans.
I had to have power of attorney for my property, power of attorney for medical.
We have also assisted people whose homes are at risk.
An extremely nice man. He's been living in this home, I think, for well over 50 years, possibly approaching 60 years. So this is really largely the only home he's ever known. He's on Social Security right now. That's his only source of income. He lives frugally. All he wants to do is pay his mortgage and live quietly and visit with his friends down at the American Legion halls.
Most of the clients that we see have mobility issues.
Being handicapped, it's difficult to go downtown.
He was coming from a far suburb, so he would have to, I think, take a cab down here, come into downtown Chicago, an area he was not really familiar with, find his way to the courtroom.
But coming to the one close, it was very simple.
People tend to kind of get caught up in the gears of the system, and it's hard to get more than maybe 30 or 45 seconds in front of a judge to talk about your specific circumstances.
With the center, I was able to get what I needed done, and it was taken care of.
When seniors come into the clinics, they often are very, very happy that someone has come into their neighborhood to see them and evaluate their needs.
I was sort of overwhelmed a little because they were agreeable to do it.
I really enjoy volunteering with the clinics because it gives me a chance to do the intake process start to finish and really give people an opportunity to be heard.
Many times seniors who are looking for services, especially free services, are used to having to wait a long time. We specifically schedule the appointments for the seniors so that they're able to access justice in the way that a paying client would be able to.
Working with the clients themselves is greatly rewarding because these are people who are in dire need of legal assistance, and they're incredibly grateful to have somebody who's helping them out.
One of the great things about the clinics is that they're all housed in existing community service buildings. Most of the people who come to our clinics don't just have a legal issue. They have other social service issues as well. And we're able to work together to provide a more holistic service to the seniors.
They leave with just this palpable sense of relief at having power of attorney documents in their hand, at having a will in their hands.
Whatever happens, this I don't have to worry about. It's 1, 2, or 3, or 4 things I don't have to worry about.
The client was able to get on an affordable monthly payment schedule, and the case was eventually dismissed, and he was able to stay in his home.
But this was all taken care of, and I was so glad. Boy, was I glad.
The funding, in effect, provides access to an attorney for hundreds of individuals who otherwise would not have the ability to see an attorney.
We've been so lucky over the past 3 years to have support from the Borchard Center on Law and Aging, Equal Justice Works and the Chicago Bar Foundation, and the Cott Foundation.
The funding is required for the coordination of the clinic. Without the coordinator, we wouldn't be able to do the scheduling, maintain the relationship with the host site, or organize the volunteer attorneys.
The potential for growth for the clinics is boundless.
I've stayed in touch with CDEL ever since we have been worked together, and I plan to continue to stay in touch as best I can.
We have, in effect, become their neighborhood lawyer.
I wish I could tell all the elderly people that this is available. They need to know because they don't. And they get the wrong information, and then they lose out.
There are so many communities who could use a senior legal assistance clinic. Hopefully, in the coming years, we'll be able to add many more clinics throughout the Cook County community.
They will take care of you.